next item on the list are our rooftop tents. Chris.
No, I'm good. Overrated. I'm really big on having nothing other than my roof over my head for my setup because I just don't like being top heavy. Being top heavy in an off-road vehicle just invites more opportunities to, you know, uh, get into hazardous situations where if you have to do emergency maneuvers and stuff, your truck may not handle the way you want it to be, and it increases rollover risk. But that's just me. But if you drive normal, if you chill out and stuff, stay in the right lane all the time, go for it. Rooftop tents are certainly a luxury, especially in inclement weather, adverse conditions, and stuff. And if you don't like critters or bugs, so you stay elevated, so on and so forth. But for me, like I'm pretty minimal. I have a flat platform in my GX in which I just put a X-Ped like double side mat that just takes up the whole area. So it's like I just sleep inside the GX, which is great. When you sleep inside your vehicle, you get all the insulation and a lot of stuff. So it really helps out on cold nights and stuff. So I'm okay without it. I think it's overrated.
Sang.
Now, it's pretty obvious, but I'm going to think they're overrated as well. I come from the era that, rooftop tents didn't exist. So we ground camped it, or if I'm by myself, like Chris said, you sleep in the truck. And now you have these nice goose gear platforms and stuff like that that's already set up for a bed, and you still have your storage and whatnot. Now, I understand that rooftop tent technology has gotten a lot better where they're not as bulky, they're stronger, they're more resilient. But it always scares me to see a rooftop tent opened when it's a very windy trip. If you're in like even that Mojave trip that we did in the canyon is like those high winds. If you're not protected by any trees, that's swaying your whole truck. So that kind of scares me, to be honest. I've always had big dogs, so I can't really sleep up there with them. So I've never had a rooftop tent.
I would like to have like in a hypothetical situation. If I had like a dedicated overland vehicle, it probably would have like a rooftop tent on there because it's certainly just luxurious and stuff like that. And convenient. All you have to do is just pop the thing up. Like for me, like the con for me of sleeping inside my truck is you have to throw all your crap out, and, and then you set everything up. So, I get the luxury about it. I see the convenience, but I'm okay without it.
That's exactly why I bought it. I was on a trip once and I chose to sleep in the vehicle. I left everything outside and I realized I had like $5,000 worth of photography gear out there. I'm like, what the hell am I doing? So I do have a rooftop tent on something that's considered a dedicated vehicle and almost dedicated for solo trips. But I still believe it's somewhat overrated because, first of all, they're very expensive. And then you have to still figure out how to mount it to your vehicle. So people end up buying roof racks for the rooftop tent. And it'll take up all the real estate up there. They are top heavy, although some have become very lightweight. Like the one I targeted, the one I bought is like 110 pounds, which is their average is almost 170. So yeah, that is a key word. It is a luxury. I don't think it's a necessity. Even I have a ground tent that deploys just as fast and I could put it away just as fast. So unfortunately, I have to say it's overrated. Thanks for hanging out. Don't forget to subscribe for more trail guides, gear reviews, off-road events, and everything 4x4. Next on Mission Off-Road.